Amanat is an interactive software platform designed to facilitate and manage donations operations. It aims to make trusted connections between donors and charities to ensure everyone gets the benefits in this network. Amanat has several modules: records and forms management, donations management, distributions management, sponsorship management, warehouses management, transactions and safe management. Starting with the first module, records and forms management. The system allows you to add several types of forms depending on the state of the family or personal status. For example, a family form, an orphan form, divorced or single form. Each type has its own data fields. There are many filters enable you sorting the forms, and then you can print or display only the fields that you want. Since you have all details and information you need, it enables you to generate different kinds of reports and print or export the results. Amanat interfaces are designed to be user-friendly with full functionality. You can set the default values for all fields for easy editing and filling the forms. For example, you can set health status field values and define your levels of addresses tree. Now, let us introduce the second module, which is Donation Management Module. You can receive donation requests in different forms. For example, a cash delivery system, or even projects such as digging a well or building a school with more relative details. There is a process for each donation project that starts with studying the applications and the requirement of the request. After the agreement of two parties, the donation operation is scheduled into action steps to be trackable through the execution. You can also share these details with donors by sending the sharing link for tracking and follow up the project or donation. Now we move on to an important module, which is Distribution and Delivery Aids Management. This tool gives you the convenience and relative justice in distribution the donations. This module can show you all running distribution operations, and also you can search or sort them by current situation and other so many filters. You can define templates and weights of your criteria to be applied on these forms and prioritise them according to these defined criteria. In addition, Amanat allows you to define the content of the aid baskets you want to distribute. So you can choose the components and quantities from available warehouses. The system gives you the possibility to know how many baskets can be distributed regards to the available quantities in the warehouse directly. Then you can create a distribution operation and track it easily. Now we'll introduce the most important module in Amanat, which is Sponsorship Management Module. You have many filters that enable you to search and sort the available sponsorship operations and export or print the results. The results show you a summary of each sponsorship operation and its instalments regarding to status, how many are paid, how many are scheduled, and other important information. The sponsorship has settings that may differ from one charity organisation to another. Each one can define its own settings. For example, each charity organisation can set the default value of termination of the sponsorship age. Moreover, you can define the salary sponsorship categories. Amanat gives you a dynamic way to create sponsorship. One way, just select a group of orphans with common of certain filters, and the system will show you details about the total budget needed and the instalments. Other way that you can set the available budget and how many instalments. Then the system shows you how many orphans can be sponsored and estimated returning to the sponsorship safe. You can also review the details of receipt sponsorship instalments, such as the date, the total payments, discards, current situation and dates of receiving and delivery of the instalments. Sure, you can receive more than one instalment simultaneously. The same thing applies to details of delivery the instalments of orphans, where you can list the cases of instalments such as scheduled, received, handover, due or overdue. Certainly, you can hand over more than one instalment simultaneously. After delivery of the instalment, you can upload proof documentation files, and then the sponsor can track orphan status, making sure the sponsor is satisfied. You can share these sponsorship details with the sponsor using the share link, so he could track the progress of the sponsorship, status of the orphan and details of the instalments. Follow-up and tracking will be by sending this link to the sponsor. Overall, this satisfies the sponsor and encourages him to sponsor more. The Warehouse module. You can browse your warehouses with their items. You'll be able to list all the details about in-out movements of these items within the warehouse. You can also add more than one warehouse and define the categories tree for your items for easy searching and reporting. The last module is Transactions and Safe Management module. It allows you to define the currencies that are used in financial transactions you're dealing with. Local Bank, or the Safe, presents financial transaction details, and you can search and filter for any kind of these transactions with relative statistics. We have just introduced you to the main modules. These are many features waiting for your experiment, such as user and roles management, reporting, and many others. This was a walkthrough video introducing the main features of Amanat, an interactive donations management platform. All waiting for you at amanatlab.com.